Welcome to Fino Concept. Click the subscribe button and hit the bell icon so you don't miss out on any of our future videos.
Hey, what's up guys, this is Theo from Fino Concept. So today we are customizing our theme. So let's just open up our browser, and in our dashboard I'll go to appearance, and under appearance I'll click on customize. Now if you haven't watched our video on how to create the home page, you should probably check that out to finish this up before you watch the rest of the video. So in customizing our page, I'll just like to start from the bottom. I don't know why, but I'll start from the bottom. So first of all, we have to activate our slider. So you click on this top link here and you activate the slider. Now the slider is activated. This page is actually going to show you a more real-time experience of what you are doing currently. So any changes you make here is just going to show you over here. You don't have to be refreshing the page over and over again. So you can go ahead and check this to disable the slider on the post page, which is the blog page. So for now, let's leave it as that. So I'll upload my first image. I'll just click on select image, and I'll select the image from our library. So sliders, I'll just select this particular image, choose image. So we should see our slider. Now our slider is in there. Now enter title for your slider. What do you want the slider to show? So I have something like t-shirts and apparel designs. So I'll just type in probably t-shirts. This thing is case sensitive, so I'll just maybe make it t-shirts. Now after t-shirts, do you have any description for that? Call us for your t-shirts design, I think. So I'll probably add in something like this, but it's making my whole design look a little bit bad, so I'll just leave it as that. Then we have a button, and in the button we have read more. So if you click on read more, it should probably send you to a page. So which page do you want it to be? You just paste in that page in there. So mine is contact us, so I'll change this to click me. I'm just going to use click me again. Okay, so once you are done with that, you just go back, you add in a few other images. So I'll select the second image, which will be this. Open. Once it's loaded up, I'll choose it. Now you don't have to be doing this one after the other. You can just select as many as you want, then you upload them one after the other. That's the downside. So I will select these two and I'll upload them. So this will come first. I'll choose that. I'll go back, select icon number 4 and choose that. Now unfortunately this theme comes with a maximum of 5 images for your slide. So currently I've set my image size to look more of a wider landscape so that all my images can fit on the slider of the theme, making it much more nicer. Now if your images are not of the same width, let me just show you how I mean. So if I select an image like this, it will just be moving the website to a whole new level. I mean, when you get to the last part, it's just going to increase that, and that makes it look ugly. So now you see we have these edges over here and the site just moves down. So to correct this, just make sure that all the sizes of your sliders are the same. So I'll just go ahead and remove the last one. We don't need that. So now that we are done with our sliders, I wanted to talk about disabling it on the page, the post page. So currently if you go to the post page, which is the blog, you can see that our slider is also showing there. Now if you just want to take it away, you just have to click on this little icon here and it will uncheck that and take it away. As simple as that. Okay, the next thing will be additional. So additional, you can go ahead and add in a featured image for every single post. I'm not going into that. A featured image for your single pages, bio about yourself, related post. So this I'll actually do so that anytime we upload something and someone clicks on the post, reads about it, at the bottom the person should get recent posts or related posts so that they can also view that as well. Now, because we have just 3, they are not showing as many as we expect them to. So if I click on design and I go to side layout, now currently we have the side being boxed at this number of pixels. So to view how this is actually looking like, I'll just open it in the full view. So you can see that we have these edges over here and over here being left out. Now this is because the website is boxed in the middle. So if I click on box layout with this number of pixels and publish that, so if we refresh our page, you can see that it becomes much smaller. I like my website looking a little bit wider, so I usually use the wide layout content with that specific width. So if I refresh this, it covers not every part, but it covers most parts of the page. So this is looking nice to me, and I'll stick with that. The same way, if we go back and we click on default layout, now as I was saying, the default layout is already set to the right sidebar. So you can see you have the header, you have your content here, and you have the right sidebar. This is the default. If I click here, then the default is going to be the left sidebar. If that's what you want, then it's totally fine. You can make it that. This is the sidebar. This is the no sidebar and your content taking up the full space, and this is the no sidebar with your content just being centered. So I'll just go ahead and select the right sidebar. The same applies for the default layout for pages. The same applies for default layout for posts. The display of the post page. Now currently my post page is set to large, so the images here. Now let's just go back to our post page, which is a blog. Now the images here are very large. I like them like this, but if you go ahead and change them to medium, then it's just going to take some small parts of the page. So let's just select one of these and publish them up. Now if I refresh this page, you can see that it is taking up just some small portion of that. The same way, if you change it to medium, you publish, you refresh. So where's my refresh button? It's just going to take up some parts of it. I like it to take up the entire screen, so I'll just set it to large. Okay, so I'll go back and we have the primary color option. So currently our color is set to green. You can see we have green over here, green everywhere. You can change this to any color you want. So my favorite color is red, so I'll just change it to red and publish this. So if anytime I go to my website, you should see something like this. Now this is looking more like something I would want. The same way, you can just change it to any color, black, whatever. It's just up to you. Now this theme comes with 2 color schemes, the white one which we are using now and the dark theme which is this one. So if you want this one, you can just make sure you select this one. Now having red text on black is not nice to me, but if this is your thing, you can just go ahead and use the dark theme. I'll just stick with the default, which is the white scheme, and just move on. Okay, now the next thing will be our footer. So the footer is the information you have at the bottom here. Currently we didn't add in any footer, so we don't have any in there. So you know what, let's just go ahead to add in some footers in our widgets panel. So I'll go to widgets, and in widgets you see we have footer sidebar, footer. So I'll add in I'll just click and drag random widgets in there. So let's just grab, no, I want something very simple. So let's just grab a navigation menu rather. Let's grab another calendar, put it in there. Let's grab pages, put it in there. Okay, so right now we have widgets in our sidebar. Now to see this, we have to actually publish so that it can refresh the entire page. So let's refresh this. Okay, so right now we have footers in there. So I'll go back to where we were, which was the footer. Nope. So I'll go back to footer. And for the footer design, we have two styles. So style 2 will give you something different. This is looking much bluish. I'll just stick with the style 1, which is the more dark color. Now any of them is just up to you. You can just select any of them. So this is giving us a bluish color, slightly green but dark. Then we have the dark color here. So if you go for the dark skin, I mean, this will probably look nice. So let me try that and see. Well, no, this is not looking nice to me. So I'll just go back to what I was using. So I'll just select the style 1. Okay, now the next thing is the header. The header is the information we have at the top here. So we have to select, currently it's set to header text only, which is the name of our website. So that's the logo, where the logo is going to be. We don't have a logo, so I'll just click on the first one, which is header logo only, and that shouldn't show anything because we've not set any logo to that. So to do that, maybe I should start from the top and we move down from here onwards. So the site identity, we've already established that our site is called the photography site, and we have our tagline already. So I'll go ahead and select a logo for our site. So you should probably have a logo by now, logo 2018. So I'm going to use this and I'm going to select it up. Now you can crop this image or you can just simply skip cropping. Now if I skip it, this image is too huge to use as a logo. So what I'll do is I'll actually click on the image, click on the image again, and I'll go to edit image. So you can see it's 800 by 800 pixel. That's too much. So I'll click on edit image. Then I'll go ahead and scale it down to probably around 80. So 80 by 80 should be okay. And I'll update this. So now that we are done, I'll just close this up and try to refresh this page so that it takes up the new size of the logo. Okay, so it did, and now it's looking much nicer. This is what we want. So if you don't want it to show just the logo, when you go back to your header, you can just set it to text is going to show your text. You can set it back to show both, so it's going to show your text and show your logo as well. Maybe you might leave it as at this. I just hope you are following till up to now. Okay, so the next thing is to add in a favicon or favicon. I don't know what it's called. I think it's called favorite icon. Now that's the icon which actually shows on your website here. So you know what, let's just go to the website. So you can see currently if we visit our website, it has no favicon or favicon. It has nothing in there because we are using XAMPP. It is just showing XAMPP favicon. So we'll go ahead and select one Now they are saying we should actually make it a 512 by 512 pixels, but I'll just go ahead and select this one. It should work just as fine. I'll skip cropping and we should see that over here. So currently that is showing. If we refresh our page, it should show. Okay, it's not showing because I've not published, so I have to publish that. And now let's refresh it. So now it is showing. So this is our Favicon, and this is what I was referring to. Okay, so we are done with the logo aspect, site identity aspect. If you go to the colors, here you can change the color of the header text, which is this color, the black. You can make it, I don't know, let's try red. Red is not nice, so I'll just go back to the default. So we have the header media. The header media is the media which goes on top of our, on top of our website. So it's going to be on top of the logo. It's going to be on top of the menu. Some themes actually allow you to change where it's going to be. So whether it's going to be above your information or beneath your information. So you can go ahead and add in a video. Currently, the updated version of WordPress is allowing you to add 1400 by 400 pixel video on your header site. If that is something you want, you can just do that, and you can actually consume a lot of data with that. So I'll just go ahead and select any random image, select and crop. I'll crop this image just to show you where the header goes. So you can see I'm using an image, so the image is taking up this part of the screen. If you want to use a video, the video will just take up this part of the screen, and this is going to be moving through your entire website. If that's something you are okay with, I mean, you can totally do it. It's your website, not mine. But I'm not interested in that. I'll just go ahead and hide this. I don't need having a header on my site. But there's an option, so you should know. The same way we can create a background image. So currently, I've set my website width to cover the entire screen. So even if I add a background image, you wouldn't see. So you know what? Let's just go ahead and add one up. Once we are done, I'll publish it, obviously. So we are going to change our website width from the full width and make it the box width. So I'll change it to box, and you can see that we have the background showing. Are we okay? Okay, now I don't want this. Obviously, I just said it. So I'll just go back to my wide layout. Okay, so for my background, I don't need it, so I'll just go ahead and remove the background. So if you go to menus, this is basically giving us an overview of the menus we created. So you can also create your menus in here, but it's going to be much more difficult doing it in here than just going to your dashboard and clicking on menus. So doing it here is much simpler, but you can also do it or create them in your customize option. So I'll just go back, and the same way you can also add in widgets and you can change them up in here. So basically, if you go to widgets, which is here, you have the same options over here. So basically, I think that's about that. Okay, then I'll probably talk about this, then we just end this video. Now I've already stated this. If we set our home page to display the latest post, all our posts from the blog are going to show on the home page. So of course the slider is showing the information, or the posts we created are all going to be showing on the home page. If this is what you want, if your website is just about posts and publishing new articles or new information, then this is totally fine for you. But if your website is directed towards business, you don't want to have your events or your posts being on the home page. So that's where you select the static page and you customize it to make it look more like what we have done here. So this is what you're having, and I'll go ahead and publish that. So thank you guys for watching this long video. If you have any questions about how we went about this, just leave it in the comment section below and I'll dive in there and answer them. So yeah, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up and make sure you share it with a friend. So I'll see you guys in the next one.